This is called Our Town. The Civic Centre is the map to the equality gap. The inescapable poverty trap. They loosen the tap and let a little money trickle out. But it's never enough to let the town sprout. It's all one big bluff, and I've got no doubt that when push comes to shove, they'll leave the town to drought. Leave duff stones to dry out and leave the town to black out. The lower class workers on Durka and the problem solvers of Shoulder. The landslide of Moorside and the declining self-worth of Failsworth. The people of Lees are brought to their knees once the life of the town, now you can hear the bees sneeze. The Tory poisons in Royton, and at the bottom of the seesaw you can actually see shore. They'll tell stories of the forgotten mill town with barely a soul around. People still clear, but year after year we're still here. Because after all, we're from Oldham, and I don't want to sound wholesome, but I quite like this town. We look out for ourselves, we put up our own shelves. We're strong because life meant we had to be. Oh, how it must be to live carefree, to not have to worry to make ends meet, to not have to cheat for a weekend treat and not have to work repeat on repeat. We've become so self-reliant that now we're compliant, scared to be defiant and now we're silent. We don't even bother to look out for each other. We've forgotten about our neighbours because people started reading dodgy papers from pricks in skyscrapers, but remember who helped shape us. We're always our own saviours and we never ask for favours. Surely if we change our behaviours, but then we realise that nobody else is going to save us. Many spend months waiting for the date where they can finally get their money straight, because they were unlucky enough to start last in the rat race, all because of their birthplace. Rich kids are trying to get to space while most of us are just trying to save face. Every unlucky fucker born onto a council estate is born with increased suicide rate. The weight of not having food on their plate forces people to tempt their fate. The town I reside, I've got a proper sense of pride. They've taken us for a ride, but now we're on the right side. When they write books about this, they'll know who took the piss. They'll know that they denied the support, that they were too late to report, that they sold public contracts to private consorts, and that while knowingly leaving most of the country short. They didn't want to feed our kids because we were the bottom of the list, and I hope by now that you get the gist that to them we basically don't exist. They clapped for the workers that got them out of the shit, and when they asked for the money for being Britain's bravest Brit, they kicked them back to the working class money. Yeah! Who designed Purple? The only resolution is motherfucking revolution. Fuck the institution that never offered a resolution. Stop the persecution and come round to the disillusion that the Tory solution is anything more than devolution. Because this is our town and you won't keep us down. You work us to the ground for a few measly pound, tied, gagged and bound to not make a sound. I'm sorry, but there isn't enough money to go around. We're not clowns in this town. You won't break us down, because up here we're renowned for making a lot of sound. Thank you guys so much.